You're listening to Dude Podcast with JC and Will. Put some pep in that step. Enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm JC.
And I'm Will. And you're listening
to Dude.
The
podcast. We should just honestly just do ASMR the entire time, because if we did that, maybe people would listen to go to sleep.
You know what? I have been listening to ASMR lately to fall asleep. It's an experience. Have you ever done that before?
I've put on Bob Ross before. You know, Bob Ross the painter.
Yeah, that's a little more ASMR-ish.
Dude, not a little bit. He's like the granddaddy of ASMR.
That's true.
He's the great granddad, dude. Carol Ann. So there's all this stuff in the garage, and I just looked over and I forgot. There's this giant globe, huge, like old school globe. It's massive, and it's this giant. It's a giant old school, like it. Apparently,
I understand the globe, but why?
No. So apparently, Carol Ann's coworker was like cleaning out her house or something, and they were like, "Hey, this is like the trap that people fall into. I know this is how this works." So they're like, "Hey, I saw this item and I thought of you," and it's like. It's almost like they feel guilty about throwing it away, so they're trying to be like, no, it's something for you. And it's like, and Carol Ann was like touched. She's like, oh, I'm a history teacher. I love the world. Like, I'd love to have a globe. I think she thought it was going to be like a globe she could keep on her desk. Will, I'm not joking. This thing has to be like 3 feet by like 4 feet. It's massive. I was out of town for work. And so I came back. I hadn't been in my car in like 5 days. I get back and I'm like trying to drive to go pick somebody. And I look in the back seat. I go, oh my God, what is that? Because my whole back seat, I can't see out my back window. I'm like, what is in my back seat? Oh, it's a giant globe.
Can you wear it? Is it possible to make head holes and arms and leg holes? And
you can definitely cut holes in that globe. It is hollow, which is nice. It's not heavy.
Now you know what you're going to be for next Halloween, or your son.
That's true. It's interesting. I just said, is every globe hollow? I was just saying that. I was thinking like it was like unique because I described it as like hollow, but I'm thinking, is every globe hollow? I would maybe.
Like not the real globe, right? You mean like paper?
No, not the Earth, not the globe that we live on.
Yes. I think they're all hollow for sure.
That's not the globe we live on.
Just wanted to clarify.
Speaking of
the globe and geography, my oldest son is like, I can't describe it, but he is very, very, very into geography right now. He can tell you what the country is on the globe and what their flag is. And, like, it's kind of Rain Man-ish.
That's awesome.
It's kind of crazy. Like, he knows where all of the countries in Europe, a lot of them in Africa, a lot of them in Asia. He knows all the state capitals. He knows where every state is. He knows what the state flags look like. So we've been doing a lot of geography stuff in the house. We're kind of obviously fostering this new love that he has, right? And I always knew that Alaska was big. But when you see actual Alaska relative to the United States, it's like 2/3 the size of the United States. It's crazy.
That's insane.
Big.
That's insane.
It's massive. Like, you don't really realize how big it is until you actually look at it in comparison with the U.S.
So,
you know what else is mind-blowing? The UK is smaller. The entire UK is smaller than the state of Detroit, or Michigan. Michigan is bigger than the UK.
That's insane.
And they're like one of the biggest like superpower country, like top at least 10, if not 5 countries in the world.
I can't believe that we can't produce a decent soccer team.
I mean, you're not wrong, though.
Like, you would think, like, we could just, like, fart and put together a decent soccer team.
It is kind of wild to consider, like, considering the fact that, like, some people go their whole lives living on one coast to another and not experiencing either coast. Like, that's how big and vast we are with as many people as we have. Yeah, how do we not have... I guess maybe because we just don't care enough about soccer as European and South American countries.
I still think it's. I just think you would think by. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of Olympic sports I didn't think we cared about, but evidently we're really good at them. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
But you know what's kind of funny though? I would argue now the U.S. is not the best. U.S. is not the best in terms of athletes in baseball anymore. I would argue that. And maybe even basketball too. If you think about it, the top 10 best players in the NBA are not from America. They're European.
Yeah, but we have more quantity. We have more quantity. That's why we don't lose. But that's why we don't lose the internet. Like, if you did, like, it is true. If you did like a Europe versus US, that'd be a really tough game. I don't know if we'd win that. You're probably right.
Some of the best players in the NBA, like top.
But if they start dividing it up per country, that's where we're like, we got stacked. Like, they can't compete against that because it's like,
I suppose so.
I remember having some heated arguments with like strangers about geography. like no joke. I remember getting in like it got ugly kind of argument with a girl about Philadelphia.
Interesting.
I was in New York City. She's like, Philly's not the East Coast.
Yes, it is.
And I go, what? And she goes, it's not the East Coast. I know the East. I go, well, then what is it? And we got in this, I'm telling you what, it's only like 80 minutes, maybe 70 minutes from the ocean. Like, no, it's East Coast. What are you talking about? It was one of the uglier, like weird, like borderline yelling matches I've had with a stranger. And another one that I had, and I'll never forget it, was in New York City too. Because I got in this argument with this girl about like that the Thunder had a better team, like, and it got heated. That's what's so funny is I think back and I'm like, what? Like, there's like geography and like sports teams. Those are the two things. And like, I would like die on that hill. A couple of the things.
You know what I think it was? I bet it was more like you doubling down than it was like, no, you're wrong. I think that might have been what it was. It's like, yeah, no, the Thunder is way better than Golden State. And then it just goes on from there.
But she was so dug in too. And I think at like one point, like Hart Duberstein had to like separate us. I'm like, you're dumb! You're dumb little girl! Like, it just got so, and it's like, and I think people like look at me and like, I'm not threatening. There's nothing like, I don't think anyone would look at me and be like, that's an intimidating male. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody's like worried in that regard. I think they're more just like, I think most bartenders or bystanders are like, what's happening here? It's like, you know what it is? It's like when my French bulldogs fight. Like, no one's really worried that anything's going to happen when the French bulldogs are like, I sit there and I'll break it up. But like, I'm not really worried that like, there's going to be a whole lot of bloodshed when those two little sausages go at each other. You know what I mean? That's kind of like what it is when I get combative with somebody in that regard. Dude, what else is going on? Anything? So you're going to be traveling a decent amount coming up here, but anything exciting at the Skaggs household? What's going on?
I was just playing with this thing that I'm wearing, right? And I think this would be a good story to talk about. For those of you just listening, I'm talking about this bracelet that I'm wearing, okay?
It looks like it's a delicious treat bracelet. Is it a delicious treat?
No. It looks like one of those sweet tart treat like things that you used to wear as a kid, except it's made out of wood, okay? It's one of the weirdest things I've ever gotten into, okay? Trick-or-treating, there was one house that had this bowl and it had all these cool wooden bracelets, right? And I see it and I don't know what came over me. I'm like, I want that. And so I quickly grabbed it and I put it in my son's basket. And then when we got home, I started looking for it and I was like, I'm going to keep this. This is for me. This is for Dad.
Well, I mean, you only took one, right?
Yeah, I just took one. Yeah,
for me. You didn't pull. Well, but you didn't pull one of the take one only, and the kid dumps the whole thing.
No. I just kind of snuck it into my boys.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So here's the thing. I don't know why, but I just developed a fondness for this thing. I'm not a big jewelry guy.
You're a bracelet guy. You've become a bracelet guy.
No, but get this. It broke. Ooh. And in any normal situation, this free thing that I got I've had since October, I would just be like, well, that's the end of that and throw it away. No. I saved all the beads. I went to Hobby Lobby. I got new string. And I kind of treat this like a watch almost. I take it off every night, put it on my nightstand.
The thing that you got from the Halloween candy bowl?
Yeah.
And, God.
I even think Jordan is just kind of like, oh my God, what? Why do you have that?
It's your deal.
I don't know why. It's not like I feel like it's bringing me luck or anything. I just I don't know. Now I feel
I can't wait. There's going to be a time when there's a heated fight between you and Jordan, and she's going to make a comment about your bracelet, and it's going to it's going to really offend you.
If she and I ever get to
jealous of my bracelet. That's what it is. You're jealous you didn't get it from the candy bowl. You're jealous of how good my wrist looks.
I know, yeah. And what if we ever got a divorce, just to twist the knife a little bit, she puts that and she wins that in battle. I get the bracelet. No, anything else.
Listen, take Archie. I don't care.
Take the dog.
I can see him once a year. He'll be fine. I don't care. The bracelet, though. I'm keeping that bracelet, dang it.
I worked hard for that bracelet.
That would be incredible. Speaking of weird things, let's comment about the thing I'm wearing on my head.
So we were talking about this, right? So I immediately noticed this headband that JC is wearing. And
it's reversible, by the way.
For anybody who's known JC in the last, I'm honestly I would say 22 years. It's probably had that for 22 years.
Longer than that. I got this.
Middle school.
I had this I think I got this in 7th grade.
Yeah.
So what would that be?
Right.
Yeah.
I think you had
6th or 7th grade.
It doesn't make sense. It's a weird, it looks like somebody took a beanie, like a snow cap beanie, and just cut it off so it's like a visor beanie. And it's, you love that thing. And it looks like somebody's grandma knit it, but you were telling me that you just took it. You found it and you just took it.
Sorry, I was modeling the beanie because I'm sure everybody wants to see, not the beanie, the headband. It's a headband, really.
Yeah, well, who knows what the hell that thing is?
Yeah, we don't know. That's the truth. We could be using it. It could be for a big woman's leg. It could be a gardener. I don't know. I literally found it.
And it could be from a reggae wedding that was they slipped it off. Reggae colors on it. It looks like Jamaican colors.
It's rainbow and blue.
You look like you've been rolling doobies in that thing.
I'm telling you, somebody spent a lot of time on this. They had to. Yeah, it's held up super well. It's very warm. It's reversible. It's impressive.
Let me ask you
this color scheme.
It's all those things, but would you say that it is sexy?
I think I look really handsome in it. My wife has told me multiple times. I don't know why. I don't understand. You know how it's weird? You don't understand? I think I, for the most part, am pretty self-aware. And there's times when I look at myself wearing things and I'm like, that looks good on me. That doesn't look good on me. Whatever. I have a very inflated sense of self with this thing where in my head, I'm like, I look cooler than I've ever looked in my life. My wife, I was about to leave the house while wearing this and something else. My wife was like, you look insane right now. She's like, don't wear that. You look like like you're going to be around children. Don't wear that.
But here's the thing. I think every marriage, every couple has that one thing that the spouse is like, oh, I hate that thing. But you don't say it because you love the person. Obviously, that's not the case for your wife. She hates that thing, but
I literally think, I think in her heart of hearts, it's one of the things that she'd want to destroy. Like if she was like, what are a couple things I could eliminate in our marriage that would make this better for me? This would definitely be one of them. There's no doubt.
You used to, probably with that headband in high school, wear a kilt. Do you still own your kilt?
We have it. I don't know where it is. I think it's in Tulsa.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Why do I own it?
Yeah. Why did you have that in high? Like why did? And you wore it a lot. So
because I became obsessed with the idea of the kilt, and then what had happened was my aunt who lives up here. There was a Scottish Celtish store. It's in New Hope, where you've been, and it specializes in like making kilts, and it specializes in like doing like family history and figuring out like it. So like all this work it's a one of a kind kilt made for me.
That's kind of wild.
It's insane. I also don't know if it would still fit.
So kilts, famously, you're not supposed to wear underwear with them. Did you ever, let your old Donnie Johnson hang out?
No, I don't. First of all, I don't. You know what? I'm big. I'll tell you what. I'm big brief guy, boxer brief guy. I like having a little bit always. So like I don't like. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of nudity. I like boxer briefs. I would choose to wear that. Like here's the thing though. I love being in boxer brief. Like that's my favorite. My true favorite. Like get down to it. Like just put me in boxer briefs. I could be in boxer briefs all day. I'd be happy as a clam.
You know what's funny about that? If you see Will Skaggs wearing shorts, like gym shorts, running shorts, basketball shorts, 90% of the time, I'm not wearing underwear. I just don't like it. I don't like the feeling of wearing underwear. It's like wearing two shorts at the same time. I like you. I'm a briefs guy. If I'm wearing jeans, I wear briefs. But like
you are a dangerous man, Will.
I wouldn't call myself dangerous. I'm a free spirited man when it comes to my clothing situations. I also don't like socks. It's the same concept. I don't like wearing two different kinds of layers.
Oh, I love socks.
I hate
big sock guy. Love socks. You know what? Here's my problem. I have with underwear. Mm-hmm. I am way too like I'm in my underwear, and you're like a lot of people have seen me in my underwear. Like people that have who should not have seen me in my underwear. Like my neighbors have I'll get up in the morning because I have dogs, and I'm like, you know what?
You know what's fun? Sometimes I have taken my trash out late at night in my underwear, just thinking like nobody's gonna see me, and I kind of don't care either.
Yeah.
If you saw one of your neighbor in their underwear, would you even just kind of give them a nod of like you're cool with it? Like, I had a very profound thought, and I want to share it with you. And the ladies. So, dude, you can answer this yourself. I put my boys to bed. Jordan, my wife, does jammies, and then I put them to bed. And when I put them to bed, I play them music because they really like to listen to music when they go to bed. So I'd like to play them songs that I like or new songs, and we develop a playlist that the boys will give me a thumbs up if they like it or not. So I'm always
that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah,
I like that.
And we create this playlist of songs they like. Well, one night I was like, you know what? I'm going to play some Red Hot Chili Peppers for them. because in middle school, in high school, I loved the Chili Peppers.
Love Chili Peppers, yeah.
Well, I started playing the Californication album, not the racy songs or the songs with bad lyrics, but the fun one. And I was immediately hit by a nostalgia of remembering specifically being on a bus trip, on a church bus trip, listening to that album, and it was like I was hit in the face with something brand new, something I'd never experienced before. Music that kind of transported me into this world that I'd never experienced, and it kind of made me sad to think that now that I'm 38, I don't really have new experiences like that anymore. Very rarely, because I've experienced so much of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get a lot of new experiences that really punch me in the face with excitement. And it kind of made me sad thinking about it. And I was like, I would love to experience that album again. I would love to experience the first time I watched Dumb and Dumber for the first time again. First kiss, I would love to experience that again. The things that get your heart racing.
That is the most first kiss.
No, but you get what I'm saying. The things that make your pulse go crazy because it's so exciting.
Yeah, I got you.
What memorable things that you think of that was a first that just rocked your world? What would you want to experience again?
So, I mean, okay, and let's omit the obvious ones too, because that's, I think, the obvious being the birth of a kid, because that is wild, that is wild and exciting, and it really is that was, only 3 years ago for me, and that was I do think of that as the single one of the biggest moments of oh my God. Mm-hmm. I've never experienced anything like this, and it's wild.
Yeah.
The feelings and the fear and the crying, and I had a whole I'm talking to God moment. It was cool, but it was wild. But I don't want to get you know what I mean? That's that's deep. That's too deep. That's too deep for what we were talking about. So let's go to a little bit more basics. I think. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what was one of my favorite firsts.
Yeah.
I will never forget driving for the first time by myself. And I remember I went to a Metro soccer game. I think it was I went to a high school soccer game and watched maybe our girls play or something like that. And then I left, and I think I went to Jamba Juice by myself. And right by La Fortune, and it just felt so free. It was one of the greatest feelings driving around, sharing. It was I had no place to be, and I had no one to tell me where to go. That was pretty powerful, and that was pretty special. And I remember, yeah, that was cool.
Choose your own music, what you can listen to.
Yeah, it was cool, man. And it was weird that I remember it so distinctly. I really do. It was the weather was because it was spring. Because I waited, right? I waited for but no, I was first of all I was a little older for the grade, and I also had a very unique sort of driver's ed experience where me and my mom. I don't know I think I've talked about this on the pod. We had such a bad first practice drive that I did not drive with my mother in the car for 8 years later.
I feel like that's every mother and son ever. My mom couldn't handle me and my brothers driving.
Yeah. I think I turned 16 in October, and I don't think I got a license. I didn't get my license until the spring. I remember I didn't get my license until the spring. And so the weather was perfect too. And it was one of those warm Oklahoma, kind of could rain. It was just I do think especially right now with this weather that we're having in Pennsylvania, I would kill for an Oklahoma, early spring.
Yeah.
That, kind of humid. I would just, it was just a beautiful, it was an awesome night, man. It was really cool. So that was really special to me. That was one of my favorite firsts.
Yeah, that's a good moment. Yeah. You don't get those as an adult anymore. There's a very few moments now that I experienced for the first time.
And part of it too, dude, to be completely honest with you, it's one of the reasons I moved, right? I moved because there's stuff here that I see all the time that I've never seen before.
That's why Jordan and I moved. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're in it and you're in a different community. So like there's things here in Philly that I'm like, I've never heard of all the time where I'm like, that's a tradition? That's a thing? And so you see those things and it's like, it's exciting. Where it's like, when you grow up in Tulsa, you kind of know what all the things are to a degree.
Yeah. And two, it just shifts your mindset. So like when I talk to people who born and raised here and never left, I don't think I do not think there's anything wrong with staying in the same place.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It's fantastic.
I think when you talk about certain things in a way that maybe seems a little ignorant about how it's different in other places, and you talk about it like they're weird and the way we do it here is normal, it's good to live somewhere else and build some sort of different mindset of how things are done. And then again, Milwaukee's not that crazy different, but
that's I think at its root. Now we're getting real deep here. I think at its root, I think it's the most important thing in the world. Mm-hmm. I think if everybody, right, like my favorite quote was like, I think I'm going to butcher it. It was like Anthony Bourdain. If you walk in somebody else's shoes and eat a little bit of their food, the world's a better place. And I that's one of the reasons I've always been such a big proponent of travel, and I think living in different communities and like going out, like that's everything. Like that's most of what's most. I heard something that was really interesting to me. I think a lack of travel or lack of getting out of your own way and not seeing other cultures or meeting and connecting with people really is what it is. That's actually the core of what it is. If you connect with people that are outside or different than you, that's probably the most important thing.
Mm-hmm. But going back to, you were talking about Anthony Bourdain, who's a guy that's like, I think most people would agree was a really cool dude. I was listening to Amy Poehler's podcast, very similar to this podcast, groundbreaking stuff.
I mean, we've been nominated. We got nominated for a Golden Globe.
Mm-hmm. You didn't hear about it because we're just so humble.
Yeah.
But she just interviewed Jonathan Groff. He's so effortlessly cool and nice, and it was making me mad how like cool he is. Do you ever get that way? Like,
yeah,
I wish I was
definitely
as good of a human being as this man. You know, it's even little things like, again, if I'm at a coffee shop and I see someone wearing a cool shirt or a cool hat or has cool shoes, like the Jonathan Groff thing of me to do is go up to that person and just do an act of kindness and say like, I really like your shoes, or like, I really like that jacket, or just being effortlessly kind.
Dude, that is the superpower of booze.
Yeah.
Like that is for as terrible as alcohol is, in the sense of like, listen, I know it's destroyed countless lives, and I mean, between that and getting people sick, and there's a lot of bad, horrible things that have come out of it. All right, we can all admit that. But I will say, because I say this too, because I just got back from a work thing,
yeah,
and it's a rah thing. It's like a whole sales kickoff thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I got to meet my coworkers in person. Mm-hmm. It's a bunch of salespeople, and as much as like some people be like, I can admit, there's a world where people go there and go, this is my hell, meeting this many salespeople, because all people that like to talk, they like to, you know what I mean? Like they're all outgoing, they're all like, like it's 1,000 of those people, 1,000 in one place. But man, and there's also a lot of drinks in the evening, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of drinking going on, and I mean, not out of control, but just like, it's what you're going to do. It's a work. Yeah. Plus it's work, right? So it's not your money. So it's like, I mean, it's a lot easier to buy a drink when you're like, I don't want money. Mm-hmm. Man, I was that guy. Like, I was telling everybody how much I appreciated them. I was like,
The
you
thing
know
is,
what?
like, you probably made a bunch of people feel really good, and that's like, I do think that's a super, like, as stupid as it sounds, I think some people are just really good at it. And the thing is, when somebody can come up to you and look you in the eyes and say, "You did a really good job on that," there's a part of your brain that goes like, "That guy is that's a that's a cool dude, like a very confident, cool dude." And all they did was just look at you in the eye and say something really personal and like
Yeah.
uplifting. And again, that's what I'm saying is like I could be doing that every day, and for some reason I don't. I'm not. I don't have that
Yeah,
Jonathan
but like also
Groffness.
like I don't know. You also don't want to be like if you're doing it too much, it loses it. Like if you're like, oh no, he's at that coffee shop again, and you're back there, you're like, hey
Giving
man,
people
I just want
compliments.
to tell you, man, you
That's true.
look how
You
you
know what?
ordered that. It's amazing.
That reinforces my rule that get your wife flowers at least once or twice a year and they will be more meaningful. Do not get your wife flowers multiple times like every month. Cuz then they're like, she's just not going to care about them. Flowers
Mm.
are still powerful, but you have to do it, it has to be a rarity.
Ladies and gentlemen, Will Skaggs.
And you can take that one to the bank. That's a
Mm.
Will Skaggs advice right there.
You want to hear something funny?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not going to say who it was because I don't want, in case they're listening, but they're, so, Saturday's Valentine's Day. And you looked surprised. Like,
No.
like you're like,
No, no,
oh,
no, no. I thought I heard something different, and then my brain. That's what happens to a deaf man. He hears something, and it takes his brain like a little extra to decipher what you just said. Okay, I get it. Saturday is Valentine's Day.
so, so, there's a family party on Saturday.
Okay.
And one of the family members didn't realize there was a family party and was really looking forward to going on a date and getting sushi. And let me tell you what, when he was told, hey, there's a family party on that day, you would have thought he was so upset because he was so looking forward to going on a Valentine's date.
How old is this man?
This man may or may not be in his older than his 50s.
That's his prerogative. Why does he have to go to the party? Why can't he just go on his date?
Will. Oh, Will.
Oh, no.
That's not how this family works.
Oh, is it like family affairs are non-negotiable?
This family, there better be something really important going on, because if you don't show up at a family event, it's like, and you'll get asked too. Like, you can't just like sneak away. It's
Well,
like,
why can't he just say like, "Sorry, I already had plans to go get sushi and with a date."
he listen, the kind of verbal people would never forget that, and they bring up like, oh yeah, you missed the birthday.
So
you went to go get your
you
sushi.
have to go to every family event, even
Almost.
if you have plans. Even if you have plans,
I'm telling you, you better have those plans. You better have those plans down pat. And it becomes, I'm telling you, like, we have not gone to certain things, and it always turns into this. Are we going? No. You know what? I don't care what they say. I've had this on the plan. I've had this on the books for like, they have to like talk themselves. You know, there's that meme of Bilbo Baggins when he's like looking at the ring and he's like,
yeah.
not me, or like, why can't I have this ring? I deserve it. Like, they're talking themselves into, like, I swear, I've witnessed my own wife do this so many times where she like goes through like the phases of like the guilt and like the Catholic guilt of like not going, and then I feel confident, and then there's always the I'm not going. I told them I'm not going, and then the whole like, I mean, I don't, because the other problem is like, so like, it's not like, you have to also understand, like, Carol Ann is going to hear it from everybody, right? So her own father is going to be like, What do you mean you're not going? Like, it's so, like...
So you're saying that your calendar is not your own. Her calendar is not her own.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely not in this family. No. It's nowhere close in this family. There are so many things that you're obligated to do in this family, and if you don't, do it, even if you like leave early, the fate, the venom that you will get from the fate, my father-in-law, the face he makes, like, I've left early, and he's like, it's like I'm like peeing on his mother's grave. It's like the same thing where he's disgusted. He's like, where the hell do you gotta be? Where are you?
Funny.
I gotta be like, it doesn't matter. I've had a couple moments where I have freaked out back, where I'm like, I've had those kind of moments where I'm like, guess what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where I have to be. It doesn't, because I don't have to be here. And then
that almost feels like something out of like Everybody Loves Raymond. Like,
it is. That's my life. Every day, every damn day. Will. That's what
there was one time I've talked about it on this podcast before, but I came to visit you in Philly, and you were like, "Hey, listen, we got to go to Crab Fest." And
crab party. It was crab party.
Yeah, and I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Well, it's a big party with my whole family. Like, we gotta go. It's at a bocce ball court." And I mean, it was an experience for sure. But like, you basically were like, "No, we have to go, Will." Like, Carolyn wasn't in town, and you were like, "We still have to go."
Yeah, the shame we would receive if we didn't go to that, to Cha's crab party. Oh my God, it would be something else. End it with this, Will. What else? So first CDs, first try. What else was something that was a first that you did that you really, that again, don't get into the weird stuff.
Oh, you know what it is? It's. I mean, for me, I grew up loving baseball. I always loved baseball, and in middle school, I was always a short guy, and I had my growth spurt right after seventh grade, right? And so so in eighth grade, I was kind of a lot taller than I was the year before, and going into that summer. I played on a like a rec league team. I didn't play for the high school team yet, obviously, because I'm in middle school. So I'm playing on this like kind of rec team, and it was guys who were older than me. And I was tired of being short. I wanted to hit a home run so badly, and I remember the first time I hit a home run, it was like. The feeling of hitting it and it feeling weightless and seeing the ball go all the way over the fence, center field fence, was like, it was kind of the same thing. I don't know. It's like,
see, I'll never know that feeling. How sad is that? I'll never know what that is, what that's like.
But here's the thing. You've had different, like, again, it's like, experiencing a first, something that you've dreamed of, and you get it, and you're like, man, that was crazy. Like, it was better than I could have imagined. Like, for you used to perform in plays. I got to imagine the first time you ever got in front of people and sang and acted, like that probably had to have been like.
You know what was always my favorite, honestly, was right when the show ended and I was hanging out in the dressing room with the guys. That was my favorite. Yeah. Like, the show's over, right? So like the weight has been lifted. Like, you feel so good. Like, you got endorphins. You're like on that high.
Yeah. And
you're just like talking about like what went wrong and like you're just cutting up. And like, that was one of my favorite things. Yeah. Was just like the after part of it, that there was just nothing. I thought coming down from shows and then just talking with the people that you were just out there with is like, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah.
Like, cause like,
You're like
shows
riding
ain't
on this
fun.
high.
Ain't fun right before you get on there. Like it is like, it's not, it's probably the same for baseball. I don't know. Maybe it was different. Maybe because you guys enjoyed it, but like, I feel like, and I enjoyed it. It's just, it was always like theater and shows and stuff. It's like, before you get out there, it's not, you want to throw up. You don't want to go out there.
Yeah.
And then it starts and it goes, and then, but right when it's over, it's the best,
But the only thing holding you back, like I've thought about doing stand-up because I love stand-up. I'm a big stand-up fan. And I've always thought about going up and doing stand-up, but it's that same thing. It's like, I feel like I'm going to throw up if I go up there. And two, if it goes badly, I may never show my face in the world again. It's kind of that same thing.
No, I think, I've only done it a handful of times, but I need to do I need to do stand up. I love stand up. Like when I've done it, I've actually really enjoyed it, and I think you'd be really good at it.
I think before I die, I may do an open mic at some point.
You will
I have to do it.
Oh yeah, you for sure should.
It's like my version of the marathon. I think I need to do it, but
yeah, but you know what though? The problem is, dude, you shouldn't just be an open mic. You need to do like an open mic at like a real spot.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
that should be your goal.
Yeah.
Is like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like, do like an open mic at like, in a spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've hit an hour.
Yeah. Time flies when you're just duding out.
God, you know what? Before we end, I'm so the cleaning people are coming tomorrow. I'm so stressed out.
For your house?
I have to clean before the cleaning people. It's the stress that
you
that's the problem with the cleaning people. You always have to clean for the cleaning people.
Are you being serious?
I'm dead serious. You clean for the cleaning people.
What do you have them clean?
What?
What do you have the cleaning people clean?
Well, first of all, I want to be clear. These cleaning people only come once a month, so it's not like the Shangri-La resort here.
Cleaning people?
What?
You're one of those people that hires cleaning people? You hire cleaning people?
Yes, for once a month.
You didn't grow up having cleaning people, did you?
No.
Interesting. What makes you a cleaning people person?
You know what? My mother and father actually were the ones that say, my mom told me, she turned to me, it was one of the first things she told me after I was married. She was like, hey, weird piece of advice, but if you can, get cleaning people. Like, she's like, you won't believe it will keep your house better, and it will like decrease some stress from the marriage because the toilets have been like she's like in general like
I don't know
get
if I'm
a cleaning person
with that. I don't know if I like.
I got it. I don't care. Like, there's nothing like it's not. First of all, I would be uncomfortable with it if it was like once a week. Or once every couple of days.
It's a month. In my bathroom and like.
I don't care.
I'm weird. That's weird to me.
I don't do anything. Whatever. Who cares?
Okay.
Whatever. But the problem is you got to prep for them. So really, you're cleaning for clean people to do so they do their job. But they do a good. But they do stuff it's like nice again. Like it's nice. So yeah. So anyway, that's going to be probably that's going to be my early morning is prepping for the cleaning people.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a painful world.
You were cleaning,
dude. I get. You know what? People think that there's this whole look at you and your fancy cleaning. I'm telling you, it's not very much money. You'd be shocked how little money it is.
You know what? I bet Jonathan Groff doesn't have people clean his home. That's how cool he is.
Yeah, he's like super clean and organized. I bet that guy's probably. I will tell you this: as much as like I am impressed when people have really clean houses, I get scared. Wow. You ever like walk into someone's house and it's like so organized? You're like, I shouldn't be in here. Like I'm going to mess. This is stressing me out. Like I'm going to mess this up. and they're going to be like, oh, it's no big deal. And you know in their head, they're like, it's a big deal because that's the only way they got it that way.
Well, but on the flip side, I don't like sitting on someone's couch when it's got, yogurt stains on it, which is how my house is right now. And so I'd be mortified.
I've always called you that. Will Skaggs? Oh, you mean old yogurt stains?
Old yogurt stains Skaggs?
Oh, yogurt stains Skaggs?
Just prepare. If you go over to his house, you're going to sit on a crusty yogurt couch.
Just eating yogurt on the couch. Rowdy, I told you, no more yogurt on the couch.
Dude, having two kids, two boys, I think I would even stress the cleaning lady out. I think she'd be like, you need to teach those boys how to clean up after themselves. Because they're a mess.
Luckily, I think if she told me that, it'd probably be in Spanish or Portuguese. I probably wouldn't understand what she's saying. So I'd be like, see. There's a lot of that going on. A lot of big gestures are part of like, it's like, you know what, too? I probably I feel so bad whenever I interact with people that we don't speak the same language. And I'm sure in some way it's helpful. My gestures become entirely too big. Like, it doesn't need to be it's like I'm performing for a bunch of toddlers. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, big. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, it's like, they'd probably be like, you can cut it back a little bit. I can understand what you're trying to say. I just, my expressions get way too big.
Yeah. Because in the same vein, like, because I can't hear some people sometimes, your coping mechanism is like explain things in a grandeur way. My mechanism is just giggling and going, yeah. So if I can't understand what somebody's saying, they can say like, hey, I'm going to murder your mom. I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I just say, yeah. Like, I'll say, yeah, okay, I'll giggle, I'll smile. And I have no clue what you just said.
Little did Will know he agreed to have his mom murdered. And then somehow you get indicted too. You're like, Your Honor,
Your Honor.
Your Honor, I actually think that Mr. Skaggs wanted to kill his mother. You hear what he said right here.
Will, would you like me to murder your mother? Yeah.
Okay. I did. See, Your Honor, I always love the idea of like it's some like sleazy little East Coast like lawyer. You see, Your Honor,
I can't hear, Your Honor. That's what all the murderers say.
Lock him up. That's what it was. In scene. Anyway, duties, have a wonderful, blessed week. Stay warm. Warm thoughts.
Drink a kombucha. Cold. It's good for your gut.
Yeah.
All right.
Or the mushroom tea.
See ya.
See you, duties.
Bye.
Bye.